Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I have seen one commentary from one brother. He was saying that the laicity is the best thing. I agree with you, brother, and I have said many times in previous videos that religion has been away from the authority until Allah decides to give the authority to Muslims. You see, what do the scholar and the Muslim who want Islamic Khilafah? They have to be good Muslims. To do Amr b'Ma'ruf, to do all what they have to do from the book, from Quran, and let the authorities, if they are not practicing Islam, they let them. The day when the majority of the society will be good Muslims, tolerant, living in love and respect, and respecting Muslim and non-Muslims and all the religions, all the believing, this day maybe there will be Muslim authority. And if this Muslim authority doesn't obey to Allah, if it is not fair with non-Muslims, with if they do not respect the book of Allah, they will lose the authority as they have lost them in Andalusia, and we know that Muslims have got authority for many centuries. Then they have lost everything. Now they are the worst people in the world. So I am for laicity. Why? Because of the mistakes of Muslims who have not applied ayat of Quran. That's all. Because I have said in many videos that Allah gives the authority to whom He wants. And most of the Anbiya didn't have authority, except Muhammad, Dawood, Sulaiman, Yusuf maybe. So all the dunya has no value for Allah, has no value. If He wants to make Islamic kingdom, He will make it. But the people have to deserve this. Like we are, if you continue like this, we are going to disappear. And Allah will bring some other people who He loves and who loves Him, as He said in Quran. So I agree with you, my brother. I am for laicity, and let the Islamic Khilafah come maybe in many decades or centuries, or will never come. We don't know. Maybe it will come, as it said with Isa alayhi salam, as it said in Quran. I said there is ayah where Allah says there will be no person from the people of the book who will not believe in Isa before his death. We may understand this Isa as Isa who will return as a person and so on, or I think it's more Isa as a verb, as science, as knowledge with religion. To me, as Allah is showing, He said, I am showing them my signs in the horizon and in themselves, and we are seeing how scientists many scientists are recognize that there is power, there is a spirit, there is energy. Bill Gates said the world is programmed, and any program needs a programmer. You see? So maybe in the future, combining science, technology, and Quran, and even Injil and Torah, after having scanning them with Quran, humanity will all people of the book will believe in this, and we are seeing how the people of the book, their descendant, how they are so advanced in science and technology, and many of them are converted to Islam. There are scientists also, and maybe in the future, they will influence the people of the book, and all of them will believe in Isa plus Quran, Injil, and Torah, which are all part of the book, the mother of the book, which is between the hands of Allah. I have said before also that if you look at Quran, no one has come and said, I want to establish a Muslim or a Muslim state. No, the Anbiya were just following what Allah said to them, and Allah decided to give kingdom to Dawood, and Sulaiman asked Allah for a unique, amazing kingdom. The Prophet Muhammad didn't ask for anything. He was the last of the Anbiya, and the book was the last also. And we see how Allah didn't want to do anything to Pharaoh. Even if Pharaoh was a very bad person, he was slaughtering babies and so on. While we see how Allah has what He has done to Qarun, so Qarun was more. This is hikmah from Allah. See, and we can say that Qarun was. Allah wanted to give an ayah in Qarun. He did this, and some people were enjoying to be like him, and so on and so on. And Allah at the end He says, the end is the end belongs to the people who are pious and who don't want to be to raise themselves among people. والآخرة الذين لا يريدون علوا ولا فسادا. While Pharaoh, if he let Bani Israel go with Musa, he would have stayed in his kingdom, and nothing bad would have happened to him. And we see how Allah said to Harun and Musa, go to Pharaoh, tell him softly. Even Allah knew that Pharaoh will not believe, and he will see all the signs, he will not believe, and he will die in the sea, and so on. But he's giving us, as always, as usual, some education. So now we have always to start with in a soft manner. If we want to ask any authority, We have to ask the authorities softly, especially between population and the authority. That's why the Muslims are in such situation, because their authority are scared. They do not want to lose their chair, their privilege. So they are killing their population. They are looking for help from the outside, and the outside countries will not help anyone for nothing. So they have to have some profit. And who is the loser in all this? With the population. The out countries, they take what they want from the country. The authority takes all the money, and the population is dying. Why? Because they have not obeyed to Allah. So we have to obey to Allah. Even if we are in laicity, laicity is necessary, because laicity prevent foolish people like Daesh and Boko Haram and many, and it avoids to Muslim to have authorities, the Islamic authority that we are seeing now. You see? So as long when the population will be good with Allah, return to Allah and deserve the Islamic authority, Allah will give them authority, because Allah he is showing us to whom He give authority. He said, if we give them authority, إذا مكناهم أقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة. If we give them authority, they establish salat and give zakat. And we have seen that establish salat and give zakat is not the rukn. There is a small part which is limited in time and in space. But iqam salat and ita zakat is in every nanosecond of our life. And I will show this inshallah in one video, and you can see it. Use the site I have told you, Quran keywords, and write down, for example, أقاموا الصلاة or يقيمون الصلاة or تقيمون الصلاة, and look at these the verses. You will have some ilm inshallah. And you can also give as keywords يأتون الزكاة, and look at the verses. You will see that you will understand that zakat is not only the money, because poor people cannot give zakat first. And in one verse Allah says يقيمون الصلاة and يزكون أنفسهم. Clearly it's clear. Most of the time he says يقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة, but in one verse, I think only one, he says العلي الحكيم القدير الجبار المتكبر الواحد الأحد الفرد الصمد. He says he talks about إقام الصلاة and تزكية النفس, improving ourselves. So it's clear. And I will show inshallah the ayats where إقام الصلاة is not only the rukn. And all Muslims knows that if you are not doing and living the way Allah likes, your salat has no sense. So this has been always accepted. We have agreed on this. So the calamity of Muslims is that they are worshipping Allah in specific times and places, while Allah says, I have not created the jinn and the ins only to worship me. And we all knows that worshipping is not just in fixed times and places. All the life. Not only we are not doing worshipping Allah all the times and all the places and in all the situations, but we are doing bad and saying bad and thinking bad all the times in all the places. So there is no problem of laicity, but let the authority be what they are. And if there are some Muslim desires to spread Islam in a society, they have to show to the authority that they don't have to be scared. Okay, they have to talk to them with love, to respect them, and the scholars here is the huge job of scholars. I said before, they have to arrange a sulh. Allah likes a sulh, like arrangement between people, between the person and Allah, between the person and the surrounding, and between persons in the community, between population and the authority, and between Muslims, Shia and Sunni and so on, and between Muslim and all the non-Muslim people. And we are all Muslim at different level. That's all. And we are understanding the big book of Allah, which contains Quran, Injil and Torah differently. And it's not a reason to fight. Like Shia and Sunnah and Salafi and so on and so on. It's not because I have different understanding that I hate you. No, I am free to have the understanding I want, as long as I not bother anyone. We have to be quiet. We have just to do Amr bil Ma'ruf, Nahy al Munkar, and Sulh. Order the good, forbidden the bad, and arrange. Start by yourself. What is your relation with Allah? And then your family. قُوا أنفسكم نارا وقودها الناس والحجارة. Allah said, save yourself and your family from the hellfire, which is burning with stones and people. So this is my answer to my brother about laicity. I agree with you. I have always been against against the people who want to establish in a hurry, because Allah said, I have created the insan weak, ignorant, and always in hurry. And we can see all this especially in the Muslims. They are just talking. That's all. So if we want Islam, we have to educate ourselves and educate the scholars, have to educate the authorities, the population, and when the day the population will, Allah will guide them to a Muslim society. And if they deviate, they will come back to be nothing. So there will never be an Islamic country which is bad. If it's bad, it will be destroyed by Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.